All right, man. Let's go ahead and get on to our first discussion that I wanted to have, man. Discussion post, man. So, discussion: Shedeur Sanders versus Dillon Gabriel. I really should have just put the Shedeur Sanders versus the Browns, bro, because Dillon Gabriel's an op, Joe Flacco is an op, freaking Kenny Pickett is an op, freaking Jimmy Haslam is a op, Andrew Berry is an op. If everybody who's a Shedeur fan thinks everybody on the Browns organization is an op, bro. Now, it is hyper focused on Shedeur Sanders versus Dillon Gabriel because they see Dillon Gabriel as a direct opposition to Shedeur Sanders.
He's the antagonist.
He is the antagonist to the Shedeur Sanders story, right? Like Dillon Gabriel is the villain of this movie, bro. Like he's not cool enough, so I'm not gonna say he's Thanos. No way, he's not cool enough for that. Like not at all. But he is the villain of this story.
He's more like
Shedeur,
Galactus from the old Fantastic Four movie. Let's do that. Or was it Silver Surfer? I can't remember.
But
Yeah,
this is pretty insane, right? So let me share this right here. This is just an example of what's going on with Dillon Gabriel, dog, and how the internet is having fun with this, bro. Look at this, dog. Look at this nonsense, bro. This is the thing, bro. All the black people watching Dillon Gabriel throw that pick six, bro. Like, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Look, look at this nonsense, man.
Listen, man, I've been reading a lot of comments when I'm looking at Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur conversations, and man, you can't bro. It's to the point to where you really can't really say it. Like if you say anything other than Dillon Gabriel's trash, they coming for you, dog. You can't have any kind of and here's the thing, Herbie, because I went back and I watched both of these guys preseason games. And
yes, me too.
I'm gonna put it out on the front end on my in my opinion. If you're telling me today to pick between Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel, I would pick Shedeur. That's just my opinion, and I just think Shedeur is a better. I thought he was a better prospect than Dillon Gabriel to begin with, and then
Yeah, facts.
I think we've seen that, right? Like in terms of Dillon Gabriel, Herbie, and let me just get this out there. I don't even think he played that badly, right? I think the problem is that it's like the Shedeur fans want people to they want people to
They
kill
want
him.
you to hate him.
Yeah, for throwing the pick six, for taking 2 sacks, for
The fumble.
for the fumble. You know what I mean? And Dillon Gabriel, at least to me when I was watching it, because I'm watching it objectively, I don't have a dog in the fight. He made some good plays. Like I actually think the Browns are in a position to where, if one guy don't work out, he can try the other guy and not feel too bad. You know what I mean? Like Dillon Gabriel showed that he had good movement in the pocket, good pocket presence. He looks like he can run the offense to a decent degree. He made his mistakes, but I don't think he would be a bad option. But if the Browns are gonna say, okay, who's gonna start week one if they're not gonna go with Flacco, I think they'd be better pressed to start Shedeur because Shedeur showed you that he can finish drives. Shedeur showed you that he can protect the football. Shedeur showed you that the same
That's where we disagree. No, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
got you. And then Shedeur showed that and at least to me, from my eye, it looked like Shedeur had more poise, when he was dealing with, he had a little bit of a rough start to the game, and opposite of Dillon Gabriel, who started off hot. But I get the extra Shedeur, but I don't think that all the hate that Dillon Gabriel gets is like, come on, bro. And you know what it is too, Herbie. And shout out to Randy for bringing this up in the comments.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're gonna discuss that real quick, Randy.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy, Herbie. I don't think I've ever seen basically a mutiny factions being developed in the same team.
For backup quarterbacks.
Yes.
Two backup quarterbacks, right? So let me go ahead and get to this real quick, and I'll get to my point. Y'all think some people are competitors and some people are entertainers, and he's a competitor was a shot at Shedeur. No. This is actually for two reasons, and I'll go ahead and really dig into that one, Randy, real quick. So let me bring this back up because somebody actually had a facts in regards to that. So here we go, right here. Share Twitter. So this is the person that he was talking to. I'm not even gonna try to say that woman's name. Shout out to her, Aditi K.
Yeah.
There you go, Ryan. You got it, man. Shout out to you, man. So this is what she said. Let's please not take this out of context. I was so impressed with how yada 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 yada. Dillon Gabriel talked previously about turning out distractions, yada yada yada. So basically, what happened is that is a quote that his former coach Dan Fleming from Oregon says. So that's not the first time that Dillon Gabriel has said that. And this is where it gets so bad. Like this is where it got so toxic. Dillon Gabriel shouldn't have to think about not saying that because Shedeur Sanders fans are going to think that's a shot. Like, he should have the freedom to say something that he said multiple times back in college up until now, right? Like, when Dillon Gabriel said that, he was just on autopilot, bro. That's what he normally says after a game, right? But it's just, we don't know who Dillon Gabriel is. We never followed Dillon Gabriel. We never paid attention to Dillon Gabriel at Oregon, right? We're hyper fixated on Dillon Gabriel because he is the antagonist now, bro. So anything he says, he's talking about Shedeur to Shedeur fans, right? And I even had some dude said, oh, even if it wasn't a shot, he shouldn't have said that. He should be media trained. What are you talking about? Like, if he had no malice towards Shedeur Sanders, he could say something, bro. How y'all take it is how y'all take it. But this is how bad it's gotten.
Herbie, what's confusing to me, and I'm with you, dog. Like when I seen like people said that he took a shot at Shedeur, I didn't even know that was the comment that people were saying. Like I heard that comment and I was like, okay, where's the shot? Like why are y'all even thinking that he's talking about a guy who he sees in practice? Like why would he? You think he would be dumb enough to throw shade at his own teammate? Who would do that? Like who would do that?
Bro, but you need that for the story, bro. You need reasons to hate Dillon Gabriel. That's one of them, right? So let me go ahead and detail my my personal views on both of them, right? So I'm gonna make this is not fair to either person. I'm only judging off of preseason, but this is just what Absolutely. I think right now. You know us. We update our resume. We change our opinion with more facts, with more information, right? But if you asked me today, you had a lie detector test hooked up to me, I have to give you an honest answer. Do I think Dillon Gabriel is a starting quarterback? No, I don't. Based off what I've seen in practice, based off what I've seen in that game, even if you're going to say he looked good, there is a dude that I seen that one is too small, and two, there was at times you could tell that he was just not poised, right? Like he rushed, even when he threw the pick six, right? It wasn't really his fault because somebody ran the wrong route. If you go back and look at the play, two receivers were in the same spot. That's not supposed to happen. Somebody ran the wrong route. He threw the ball. Why? I don't know. Like, just throw the ball over. Just throw it away at that point, right? Like, once you realize somebody effed up, you as a game manager, because that's what quarterback's supposed to do, above all, is manage the game, throw the ball away, right? He's going to learn from that. He's a rookie. This is the NFL. These are professionals, bro. They getting paid for a reason.
Right.
But overall, I just don't see a starter. Shedeur is a much more starting caliber quarterback. But even with him, I went back and watched the preseason game, right? And I watched every single play. That is the most overrated preseason game of all time. Y'all really mudded it. Y'all really was doing the most. Like, for real. Like, we have to be objective, right? Like, it's okay to say Shedeur was up and down in the game. He was 14 and 23. At first, I'm like, okay, did he have drops? No, he had no drops. He just missed people. He was too high, too low. He almost got his tight end knocked out of the game in a preseason game. Threw him a hospital ball. Tried to throw a slant route. Almost got his head taken off. Right? Yes, he had two good touchdown throws, but it wasn't the whole game. Those two touchdown throws was not the whole performance. Right. He looked like a guy that needs work too. So I don't think both of them are ready right now. I think both of them need time. I think Shedeur is a much better shot at being a long-term starter. I don't have no confidence in Dillon Gabriel as a starter. He looks like a guy that was drafted in the third round. This is how the NFL works. If we think you're a starter, we draft you in the first round or the second. If you do not get drafted in the first or second round, the NFL does not think you're a starting quarterback. If you get lucky and you end up with a Russell Wilson in the third round or you end up with a Kirk Cousins in the 4th round, or you end up with a Dak Prescott in the 4th round, or you end up with a Tony Romo who was undrafted. You got lucky, but there was no point in time where you actually thought that was a starter for you. Look at how it even got to those starter. Look how each situation became a starter. Dak became a starter because Tony got hurt. Kirk became a starter because RG3 got hurt. Right? Like, we don't think you're a starter. We think you're a developmental backup quarterback. And if we like you enough, we might trade you somewhere where you can actually compete for a starting job. But we didn't actually draft you to be our starter. The Browns don't think neither of these dudes are starting, right? Like, they're going to be forced to start Shedeur because the mob is here. There's no going back.
No going back.
There's no going back.
Forever.
And this is part of the reason why Shedeur got drafted in the 5th round. Whether the evaluation is right or wrong, it's too late. It's irrelevant at this point. But most NFL teams did not see Shedeur as a starter. So if we don't see you as a starter, we don't want to deal with this. So we don't want you on our team. And that's how he just kept going and getting passed over and passed over and passed over and passed over. Because at some point in time, it became hot potato. Now, if he's good enough to justify all of this that comes with it, of course. And again, I said it on last week's pod. I want Shedeur to be awesome. I root for good quarterbacks. More good quarterback means more good football. I don't want to watch Justin Fields, but I'm going to be forced to watch Justin Fields because we don't have 32 good starting quarterbacks in the NFL. I want every team to have a great quarterback. That means great football. So when I say these things, it's not me trying to shit on Shedeur or even shit on Dillon Gabriel. I'm just giving my honest assessment. And Shedeur might be the next Tom Brady. I could be wrong as hell, bro. Like, I don't care what that mean to me, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't got money invested in this, right? Like, y'all acting like y'all got money invested in this. Like this is nuts. I've never seen a civil war between
you can legitimately say Shedeur has a cult following, bro. Like, bro, like the comments that I'm seeing people leave, it's like you can't have any kind of positive thing about Dillon Gabriel because people like they want to see Dillon Gabriel get killed because they believe Shedeur would have gotten killed had he thrown a pick six and had he listen, Shedeur would have faced more criticism than Dillon Gabriel because he's a bigger name.
I don't even think that's the case anymore, right? I think it would have happened, but I think we've turned around on Shedeur because we've seen Shedeur be the model teammate this entire process since he's been drafted, right? He made mistakes along the way during the draft process, but he has been awesome. Like the Browns, you could tell who the Browns want. The Browns players want Shedeur to win. They love Shedeur, right? Like, so I don't even think he would have got killed. He would have like the same trolls would have killed them, the same grifters, yeah. But like the large in part, nah, bro. Like the same But this is why I know he wouldn't have got killed. Cause look how they dick rided this preseason performance that really wasn't that good, bro. Like it really wasn't that good, and they treated it like it was a Patrick Mahomes 500-yard performance, bro.
That's real hype,
man. So no, I don't believe if he threw a pick six that he would have got killed because they're gonna go easy on him because the fans are such fans. The cult is such a cult, right? This ain't Tim Tebow. Like that's another level.
No,
that's another level. But this is number 2 behind Tim Tebow of just this is spiritual, bro. This is different. All right, this is beyond me at this point, bro. So any last words before we move on?
Listen, man, all I will say is that I don't know which way the Browns are going to end up going. I'm assuming that they're going to start the season off with Flacco, right, considering their quarterback situation, giving these young guys to develop. But if they do decide to go another route or if Flacco gets hurt, I think the Browns would be better off throwing Shedeur in there as opposed to Dillon Gabriel at this point. We'll see how things go when the season starts, but that's just how I feel about those matters right there.
All right, bet that up, man. All right.